Mommy. Mommy.
Happy birthday.
It was indeed a surprise visit, as the president's wife Aisha Buhari had no plan to mark the day but to continue to pray and support the president in his effort of repositioning the country. Wives of some state governors and that of heads of security agencies and family members wish the president's wife well and urge Nigerians to support her pet project on healthcare delivery service.
She is behind the scene, working, praying and supporting him. And we pray that all the women of Nigeria will key in.
She's already extremely passionate about women and children, and she's doing so much.
On this special day, we want to use this to send our good thoughts to families who have lost their lives in unfortunate incidents. We wish them well.
I just want to encourage her to continue to do more.
She had these people at heart. She's always thinking about them. Even today, her special day, she's not being carried away by the activities, fanfare, the conventional birthday celebrations.
Committed towards touching the lives of the less privileged in the society, even though wife of the president, Hajia Aisha Buhari, did not mark her birthday, she took her time to visit the less privileged at Karo Children's Home in Abuja. The visit to the Karo Children's Home with 42 children, the youngest a year-old baby, to share the joy of the day, former Deputy Governor of Plateau State, Pauline Talen, presented food items on behalf of the president's wife.
I wish her happy birthday, long life and prosperity.
Wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, in her drive towards uplifting the lives of the less privileged, had visited several IDPs and orphanages across the country. From the presidential villa in Abuja, Oyinaya Kalu Oka, NTA News.
Nigeria, the mother of the nation, as they call you.
Yeah, maybe before it may sound exciting being the first lady, but when you are really into it, you know that it's very stressful. No more excitement, I think.
I know there's no official, title or office, but how challenging is it?
Quite challenging. Without having any constitutional role to play, and people have been trooping in, complaining, left, right, and center, and there's nothing much you could do. It's quite, I don't know.
Well, you know how difficult it's been for Nigeria when it comes to Boko Haram, although significant achievements have been made when the military launched different offensives, followed by instructions from your husband, Mr. President. Chibok girls were abducted. It's been over 2 years now. When you meet their parents, what do you tell them? As a mother, you know how it feels. What do you tell them?
It's quite emotional meeting them, and all of us are mothers. We feel their pain, and in the process of making them feel a bit comfortable before the girls will be rescued. I wrote my book 2 years before my husband came to power. I wanted to sell it and use the proceeds to establish a health farm. And because of what happened, and I feel for them, I decided to give the proceeds to make the parents feel a bit comfortable, and also to show them how much we care for them.
I heard you have a passion of educating adults.
Yeah.
What efforts are you making to revive that?
Already we have Adult Education Commission. That's a government agency that's established mainly to take care of adult education or to educate adults. And we see that the root causes of all these crises, unrest, is a lack of education. So that's why I'm now working with the agency and the Ministry of Education to make sure that we revive the adult education centers that we used to have in villages. And I'm sure by the time we revive them, it will make a huge difference in the society.
What about the women empowerment in Nigeria? I know you're passionate about that. But what about it? How are you going about doing it?
Yeah, federal government has agenda on that specifically. Through the Ministry of Women Affairs, they have, I think, over 1.3 billion or 1.7 billion naira to be given to women to empower them at different levels.
What about the girl child rights, abuses, among other issues?
Yeah, they're all there. I think it's part of our campaign strategies that's making sure that we feed children in school, in which I myself and the Vice President are always working very hard to make sure that and they have started the feeding program in schools to make sure that those that are in school should be retained. Those that are not enrolled should be enrolled, even as a result of giving 1 hot meal in the school to encourage them, because they always used to be on the street like from morning to evening hawking, looking for what to eat. If they can be given a hot meal in the school, I think it will go a long way in retaining them in schools.
So how would you go about looking for funds to support them? Because everybody is complaining there are no money for anybody. How do you do that?
Yeah, there's no money, but if we can block the leakages that used to happen, we'll get a lot of money to do basic things. Not that we don't have the money is being embezzled. But I think that's the end of embezzlement in Nigeria.
That was quite emphatic, an end of embezzlement in Nigeria.
Course.
Why do you say that? Why so confident? Last.
Yeah, because I know that this government was a collectively, the government of change, it was a collective effort government. So the people should continue monitoring the budgets of the ministries. Why a certain amount of money is budgeted for this, and it must carry out its activities based on what they have budgeted for. So people should continue monitoring.
What would be your message to Nigerians who have been complaining about policies that appear not to be, they say not to be working because they don't have money in their pockets, finally?
They don't have money in their pockets?
That's what they say.
So, I don't know. I'm not sure of that. I'm not a government official, but I think if people can stand up for their rights to make sure that the money budgeted for certain projects are being used for that purpose, I think it will bring the, an end of, what do you call it, corruption. When we tackle corruption, I think our problems are solved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.